Hey guys, you know me, it's Stone and Marky. Marky, where are we?
What's going on? We are on the famous former Route 66, now just plain old Santa Monica Boulevard in West Hollywood, outside Heart. One of two venues owned by Lance Bass. This is the other one, Rocco's over there. This one here is Heart. Looks a little better at night. Why are we here?
Why are we here? We're here for Thursday night Pound Town.
And that's not just a night in WeHo, this is a very special event. Tell us about it. We're gonna see Hunter Gallagher of viral fame. I know some of y'all have seen him twerk.
Yep. Yeah, he's known for that. But who's the young lady he's teaming up with to host this event? I don't know her. She's from WWE. She's from NXT. I don't know her very well.
No idea, but we're gonna find out tonight.
Well, I believe this is the inaugural Thursday night Pound Town wrestling event here. It is not put on by WAD, What a Drag, but I noticed a lot of the talent are very What a Drag adjacent. We also just had John Morris and Taya Valkyrie walk past us for the red carpet.
Wandering down the street.
Yeah, we know where they're going. They're going in here, you know. So yeah, we're looking forward to a very queer wrestling event. We're right in front of a very queer walk path.
Crosswalk.
Yeah, so we don't know what to expect. We know we're gonna see like Sunny Kiss. We're gonna see some of the boys that competed at Effie's Big Gay Brunch. I'm sure there'll be plenty of other folks who will be like, oh, I remember them from that one thing, you know. So we'll see. We'll get in there and see who's who, what's what, and have some fun.
Sweet, here we go.
I can always like pause it and then go back to my gallery and figure out what the card is, and then come back and hit play, and then record, and then
And action.
Hi guys, good to see you again. You just saw us on Santa Monica Boulevard, waiting to get up inside Heart WeHo for what was it?
Pound Town, baby.
Yeah, Thursday night Pound Town. It was the inaugural show. Co-founded, co-produced, co-hosted by Aria. I kept wanting to say Ariana, but it's Aria, formerly of WWE. Girl, bye. And Hunter Gallagher sometimes goes by Jameson, but we know him as Mr. Hunter Gallagher. And they put on a super queer, super black girl magic, super party energy, super everything.
I had no idea. Folks, if you go to Pound Town Wrestling Instagram, you'll be able to find one of their posts with the poster with all the talent. Everybody's tagged in it. Miss Ariane Andrew, on the cusp of 800,000 followers on Instagram. So cheers to that.
Yeah, she was Cameron in WWE. Now she's going by either her new stage name or her actual real name. Yeah, the show, first impressions. I want to hear what you thought first.
First impressions, absolutely I'm going to turn this light back on.
He's back. Do the magic of editing.
First impressions, definitely not your typical show. There was a lot of lighting, special effects. lot of audio special effects.
My name is Maximilian Montclair, and I have arrived at Pound Town Wrestling.
Dance party atmosphere. Here, not sit and be quiet in wrestling. I think they're trying a lot of different stuff to make it different and to find their voice. There was banter between the ring announcers and the wrestlers, so it felt loose. It felt, I don't want to say casual, but it felt, a little more party atmosphere, a little more, we're all having a good time, and then all of a sudden a fight breaks out.
Second that, I agree. One of the first things I said to him when we were just walking in was I was getting this very Black Excellence vibe, because it is a Black co-produced production, and she brought all her friends out, she brought her boyfriend out, and it was giving magical Black girl power, it was giving magical gay boy power, like, and it wasn't happening in this atmosphere of like, super rugged, I'm ready to watch a fight kind of atmosphere. It was a party atmosphere, like we were in a nightclub. The DJ was killing it while we were waiting for the show to start. And then during the show, like you said, they added some lighting effects to the match. They added sound clips to the match. So it was different, and I liked it. I really, really appreciated that party atmosphere, because you kind of felt like you were in it. You're like, oh, you're wincing and you're weaving from the matches, the hits and stuff. And then when the match is over, you're weaving and you're bobbing for the music.
Yeah, there was dance music in between the matches as they were kind of ring announcing and whatnot. It was very stand up and yell kind of a show. It was a lot of fun. No guardrails. You could just reach out and touch someone.
Yeah.
There were times I was like, yay, touch my hand, but it was really more like just touch my hand. Yeah. I was reaching way out, but they were just right here.
There were instances where it's like, I don't know if that was spit or sweat.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Matt. Oh. Are you okay?
Are you okay?
How do you say it in French?
But somebody splashed me.
It was moisture.
We had, so the venue is a nightclub. It's gone by many, many, many names. I remember it when it was the Rage. Was that it? The Rage?
It was Rage for probably about 20 to maybe 30.
Yeah.
It was Rage for about 30 years until it was recently acquired by Lance Bass over the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Lance Bass of NSYNC fame also acquired the building across the street. So he's got Rocco's, and now he has a place called Heart. It was famous or infamous as Rage, but now, hey, try something new.
Yeah, so they squeezed this ring on the dance floor, and it was
squeezed,
crested by a stage, some sitting booths, and then they put in like 2 rows of chairs here, a couple rows of chairs there.
There was us, and then a row behind us,
mm-hmm.
and then there was probably 4 rows.
Yeah.
And then there were some VIP booths.
Yeah. But you also had like a mezzanine, a balcony, where we thought maybe it was friends and family only, but as the event went on, we saw more people.
I don't know if the friends and family came down, or if General Public was able to go up. It was loose. It was a loose thing. We could have gone up, but did you want to go to the balcony?
No.
I usually like balconies, but we were so close. We
were sitting on the side where their entrance was, so they all had to walk past us. We all got little high fives, and we were practically catching people falling out of the ring. We were so close.
Oh yeah, it was that show. Yeah.
Yeah. So cool down, Hunter. Cool down. It was first impressions. I was already sold. Our first match was like a 3-way between the one girl from Virginia Beach, the one girl from Texas, and then one of my personal faves, J-Rod, who I interviewed in my video of Knox Pro Wrestling visiting China Lake. She's a star. She's a star.
Oh! You're ready? You're gonna catch her.
Throw her. Throw her.
She gonna catch both of them. She gonna catch both of them. Super set.
You better squat.
I was ready for her.
She's ready to go. Sign her. WWE could sign her tomorrow. She's got the look. She's got the talent. The other two girls were a little bit greener, but you know what? She led them through it. She's a beast.
She was
very funny.
The designated heel of the match, that's for sure. So they both had a collective target, you could say. It was entertaining. It was a good opening match. It brought the energy, gave people a little bit of taste of something to come. I feel like the crowd was maybe a third friends and family, a third gay boy wrestling fans, and then a third were like maybe people just off the street. People just like, let's go see what this event is at heart.
I have no idea. I feel like, I mean, what, your friends and family are fans too, but like, I don't know. I didn't get a vibe of the breakdown of the people.
I felt like there was a significant chunk of people there who weren't familiar with pro wrestling, but were still there vibing and having a good time and maybe learning about it for the first time. I feel, and the majority of the fans that were familiar with pro wrestling were there because of Ariana. Like, they remembered her from WWE, and they were out there just like, yes, she's the reason why we're here.
You know, Hunter Gallagher has a lot of friends locally, too, so...
Yeah.
He's a popular character.
And Sunny Kiss is a mainliner, or a main, what do you call it? Mainliner, not...
Main event.
Not that, no, never mainlining. Main eventer. But yeah, so, second match. What was the second match?
It's a one-on-one female.
Yes. That was Maserati. I don't even remember Maserati's opponent because Maserati stole the show.
Maserati's opponent and...
Janelle?
Is she Asian?
She was something with
single name.
Something with a J. It was like Jayla or something. The crowd was very split. Again, the heel kind of...
It was very funny that she was this... I feel like a lot of people... and cheers to it, are looking up to Sasha Banks in behavior and in style and in attitude. And Maserati was right out of that Sasha Banks category of money, attitude, you know, but half the crowd loved, sometimes the gays love the attitude.
Yeah.
So half the crowd was, you know, the crowd was split. It was funny.
Let's go Zeta! 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 Let's go Zeta!
I think her coming out and like within the first couple of minutes of the match, bantering with the crowd more so than with her opponent, won people over. She was one of those heels that you just really, really enjoy booing at or heckling with because she was reacting with you, you know? Like, it was great. It was fun. I noticed she was kind of directing traffic a bit more in the match, so perhaps she has a little bit more experience. But it was fun. It was a really fun match. It got the crowd polarized. Everybody has something to say, and you could practically hear everything everybody was saying because the venue was small. So it was great. It was fun. And it's also worth noting, this was the very first of the PTW shows. This is the very first Pound Town wrestling event. And they had backstage promo clips that they filmed and were airing throughout the night. So they were building story leading up to some of the more prominent matches. So I thought that was fun because it wasn't just showcase matches. They were also spinning narrative. I thought that was cute. Then we went to the third match.
There was a bit of adorable independent wrestling vibe happening here, and it was, they would show on the big screen these clips of, I mean, I don't think anybody there thought it was happening live, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was like these pre-recorded clips.
Hunter came out and cut, like, you know, they did the whole welcome to our first show, and he had a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow, you know, and then 2 seconds later they cut to the backstage clip and he's completely babyface shaven. So it's like we were all suspending belief, you know, like we know what we were doing. We were having fun.
Yeah, so there was a bit of a funny backstage little clips. It was trying to tell a story that there was really, the funny one was when Hunter was like, "Oh, can we take a selfie?" And then he's told.
So it was Hunter, Sunny Kiss, and Snipes.
Snipes. He said, "Oh no, just me and Sunny, not you, Snipes."
Yeah. And then it cut
Which
to...
we all been there. Oh no, not a selfie with you, just us. Just us, you know, ka-ching, you know, just go crop that for other person out. Well, yeah.
So then
it was good. It was a funny moment.
The second promo was Hunter caught Snipes backstage and was like, "Oh, I know you're gonna be a part of this match later, and I was thinking we could do
That's right. He
something.
Now you got time for me."
And he was like, "Oh, now you got time for me. You want to be in my match, but you wouldn't take a picture of me? No, screw that." So I guess they were gonna be in the match together, but then it turned into they were gonna be against each other. It was cute. It made it worthwhile. You weren't just getting your typical show and party.
It was a mixed media, so to speak.
Yeah. Do you remember the third match? The third match when it started getting spicy, right? Was that Kita and Max? Was that the third match?
Was it?
I feel
When did we have the intermission?
After that one.
After that one.
Yeah. So I feel like the third match was Kita, who I've talked about in the Big Gay Brunch video. He's the
Kita Yaha.
Yeah, he's the Kita Pro Wrestling, or the Kita or, you know, whatever. He came out there. He's a good looking guy, but he always plays the heel. And he came out extra heelish in his little chaps and his trunks. And his opponent, somebody we've never heard of before, Maximilian Moncler. Maximilian was a tall, muscular French beefcake of a man who was jiggly in all the right places. Oh, okay. 7 was our babyface against Kita, who's a tried and true heel. And
those of you who have been watching pro wrestling a long time will remember Rick the Model Martel. He was a very modern Rick the Model Martel. Somebody behind us, good for them, knew French and kept starting French chants.
Well, he came out and said a few things
he was
in
very
French.
very French model, muscular, handsome. He cut the promo in French, and they were going to town. Kita wore the chaps, which I thought was strange, but okay. Would you like to discuss where this match ended up?
Well, let's say this. This match went significantly longer than the two before it. They were in the crowd. They were out on the balcony. They went upstairs. They were literally dangling above us at one point.
They were on the second floor of Heart, which the balcony is a little higher up, a little closer to the ceiling, a little separated from the lower section. But boy, they were high up. It was so funny. They did the, I'm going to throw him off. Yeah. And then they switched places. And I'm going to throw him off. It gave me ECW vibes when you were used to picking up your chair and rearranging the rows because people had just brawled through you.
They were fighting on the apron. And again, I wouldn't have had to reach my hand out further than this to touch them as they're wrestling. And it's like, don't fall into me or do, you know?
We were snug. It was a good time.
At one point, Max did a like sunset flip and tried to do the rollover, but Kita wouldn't fall. So he grabbed 2 handfuls of trunks and pulled Kita's booty out, which the crowd loved. And then Kita decided to wrestle the rest of the match with his booty out. In fact, I think at one point he lowered them so they wouldn't accidentally get covered. And this man wrestled the rest of the match with his ass out, and to much mixed acclaim. Some people were like, ew. Some people were like, yay. What he done? What he done? It's like, put your ass to the crowd. Is it a powerbomb? Is it gonna get a face full of ass?
No, thank you. What did say what he said? He came out, Kita, to go back to the beginning, this was really funny. This was really summed up the night. He came out and he said, there's no one tougher, no one better looking, and no one, and somebody in the crowd yelled, no one shorter, and oh my God, we died.
Oh, line back there, better than me, sexier than me, or stronger than me. How about that?
He stopped in his tracks.
The crowd
stopped in his tracks.
The crowd was very much a part of the show.
Yeah.
Some people.
It was. I say ECW, but it wasn't like an ECW crowd. But it was. They were very much the third character.
Yeah. Again, they put on a good match. Max, big old, sexy, muscular Max put on some good feats of strength. But it ended with a surprise roll up, and Kita grabbed. He had Max rolled up, and he grabbed 2 handfuls of Max's trunks and wrenched them up. You know, holding the trunks, which is illegal. But the way he did it, I felt like it was supposed to be another booty exposure like they did with Kita, which would have been awfully nice to see. But Max is just so large and muscular that when he was in that position, the material was stretched too tight across him that it really didn't budge. So if you're got the trained eye, you saw him grabbing trunks, which is illegal. The ref didn't see that. So he won.
Oh, the trunk! Pull the trunk! Cheater!
Then we've transitioned into and that's when we had the intermission. A little bit of an intermission, more partying. They said it was going to be 15 minutes. It wasn't. At least it didn't seem like it.
It seemed like perhaps they kind of breezed through intermission because this may not have started exactly on time. So I think they kind of said there was going to be a 15-minute intermission, but there wasn't really. There was a rap performance or of something happened.
I wasn't there. I missed that part.
Someone got in the ring and rapped. I don't.
But it was like music was already playing.
Yeah.
A popular song was already playing, and I think he came into the ring and rapped to that song.
I don't know. That was an odd moment. I thought somebody was using the ring as their backdrop to their music video.
I had stepped away because Nerd Alert Cosplay was in attendance. I had recognized him when we were in line for the show. And he had his own...
He was there with his friend with them belts on.
Yeah, he had his own belt that he had... It's like a wrestling championship belt, but he said it was a cosplay contest that he won. So he had his own belt on, and his friend had a WWE replica belt on. And his cosplayer who does all these amazing Marvel and X-Men looks. So me and him ducked outside to the little press area to take a selfie in front of the Heart nightclub, like...
They had a bit of a red carpet, and Mr. Johnny WeHo was there.
Yeah.
Johnny Nitro, Johnny Mundo,
Johnny Pound Town.
John, you know, that guy who's got a lot of names, and Taya Valkyrie, right?
Mhm,
They
yep.
walked the red carpet.
Yep.
They kind of were, you know, bouncing around in and out of the show. But
Mhm.
Taya was there for the rest. I don't know if Johnny was there, but
Yeah,
I saw Taya for the rest of the show.
If he was there, he was hidden.
But yeah, there was a bit of a red carpet.
Oh, then Snipe.
Snipe give out some rainbow shirts. Way to go, Snipe.
Yeah, he just came out. We thought maybe they were PTW shirts. And he's passing them out to everybody. And then I got one and we looked and we're like, oh no, it's Snipe's shirt. And turned out to be a really good idea on his part. Because he primed the crowd to like him ahead of his match, which was next. And it was a 3-way match between Snipe, Certified Stunner Rico, and Hunter Gallagher. And it was this match, I would say, pacing wise, athleticism wise, this one was just about there for me. Like, this one was TV ready. Damn near. Hunter is fast, and he knows how to get into his spots really, really quick. Snipe, fast and strong. So not only can he get into his spots really, really quick, but he can pull off some of the heavier lifting. Rico seemed a little wild, but he's fast, so he was, you know, able to keep up. He thought he was a little too wild, but I thought the pacing was very, very indie / like,
it was a good modern 3-way dance. There was, I'm gonna call it a botch in the very beginning.
Which one?
What's his name?
Rico.
Rico?
Yeah.
He had Hunter by the head on the outside of the ring, and he was doing the thing where he's trying to get everybody to get out of the way. I don't know, and the crowd didn't move, so he went to throw Hunter, and then he did a 360 and put Hunter's head into the ring apron.
Right, yeah.
But gruesomely. And then he went inside and had a couple minutes with Snipe.
Yeah.
And while Hunter laid out unalived on the concrete, I was like, wow, that was rough.
I think from our perspective, it might have looked rough than it was.
No.
I think
I
so.
disagree.
I think so.
I think it was brutal. But you know, those two might have been you know, guiding the future there.
And
perhaps.
it is worth saying, I'd say maybe a good half of this talent were Knox Pro Academy graduates and students, because that is the academy that Hunter came up through, and that's where Rico came from. That's where J-Rod came from. Maybe even some of the others. So kind of cool seeing Hunter, you know, throwing out lines to the people he came up with, and I'm sure he made friends with along the way. But the match was great. Hard hitting, fast paced, spot after spot after spot. Snipe and Hunter, they kind of stole it.
Reverse!
Suplex. Yes. I love a clean suplex.
Rico played his part, but what was his part? You know, he was just kind of there to assist. The storytelling was there with Snipe and Hunter having beefed in the backstage promos, and then in the ring they're all against each other, and it was awesome. He put me on to Hunter Gallagher a long time ago. He said he met him at a party. Is that what you told me?
Sure.
And put me onto his Instagram. So I've been following him for a while now, and this is my first time having seen him in person and met him face to face. And yeah, he's a treat, isn't he? He's a treat. That's what he is.
If anybody remembers around, it might have been 2019 or 2020, 2021, a handsome fella who was twerking at Starbucks, very viral, to Megan Thee Stallion songs, I think it was.
Yep.
And then I even think she went through the drive-thru when he was working.
We just got free Starbucks from our Starbucks guys. Hey, go, buddy, yada 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 yeah, hey, yes, 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 yes.
Just a lot of Starbucks twerking shenanigans. That's Hunter.
No, yep.
Very in control of his body.
Yeah. From a dancing background to a wrestling background, he was built for it. He was made for it. I don't think there's an ounce of fat on his physique anywhere.
But it was a very good match. He took some serious bumps. Poor guy, under the floor and everything.
Yeah, he did. He fell onto the floor in front of us a few times, and I'll probably edit the video of me right here fanning him off.
And he was looking at it. You know, he's selling, and he kind of went.
Yeah. Cool down, Hunter. Cool down.
Kind of. Oh yeah, fan me. Huh? Oh, I'm hurt. Fan me. It was pretty good. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, so far, I think this is one of my favorite indie shows ever because it was literally in our lap. You know, like the Mitzvah Mania.
We've been to a lot of indie shows.
That was a surprisingly great show.
That first match with
those everybody's.
Yeah, Finley, and who else was in that first 5-way? I can't remember. Was it Kid Bandit?
Kid Bandit.
Another blonde female.
Latrell, Ballin.
That was Ballin.
Yeah, there's so many.
That first match was really good.
Yeah.
Poor Brogan Finley. Brogan Finley, I think, is going to be signed pretty soon.
I think so too. Yeah. I think Mitzvah Mania might be a very close second as my favorite to this one because these venues are small, so it becomes intimate without it feeling lame, without it feeling empty.
Was GCW not a indie show for you?
It still is, but yeah, I'm like, think of like when the Roxy.
Who did we go see at the Globe?
The Globe was New Japan versus.
Only the Strong Survive.
Yeah, it was New Japan versus Impact. That's not indie.
You don't think that wasn't indie?
No, both of those guys are on TV.
It didn't feel indie. It felt.
It did a little bit. But we were also really far away. There was a guardrail. People weren't falling into our laps at New Japan versus Impact. People were falling in our laps at Mitzvah. People were falling in our laps here at this one. I think Joey Janela landed on my foot when he took a dive at the Roxy show. Like, those are the kind of shows I like. Those are the ones that make my list. And I think this one is currently number one. Pound Town is currently number one in my town.
It's because there was twerking.
And that too. This whole party vibe. Like, at the end of that match, he did his little celebration in the ring. He was dancing. And then as he exited the ring, the DJ transitioned it into an even more twerk-worthy song. And the crowd started twerking. And I don't know if he felt that energy or if he just heard the song. But Hunter came back out and was twerking
at the end of his match.
Yeah, and was twerking at the entrance.
That was the Megan song that he knows the choreography to. I think that's why he ran back up.
But that's my point. Like, that's not gonna happen at no GCW versus
it's not gonna happen at
DDT.
AEW?
No. The closest we used to get was Sunny. Sunny used to dance, but not like Sunny Dance Tonight.
Which brings us to
the main event.
Sunny Kiss. Sunny Kiss and Ariana.
Ariana. So they had previously established that she does not come out to the ring by herself. When they were doing the welcome message to the crowd, she had a very handsome valet who assisted her in and out of the ring because she was wearing like a cute dress. She wasn't wearing ring gear. Well, she came out this time, and she was wearing ring gear, but he was still with her. And he was wearing the exact same suit he had on earlier, sans the blazer, sans the shirt. And that was a very good-looking valet, if I must say.
I tell you, if you get that Superman tattoo on your chest, you better live up to it, boy. And he had a reach that looked like he could smack you across the room. Quite the wingspan.
I made a point to get videos of him because the match started with him standing by, and as the match progressed, he started pacing. And I'm like, well, he's going to interfere in this match or something. He's making me uncomfortable because he's getting a little too active. But I made sure to capture some footage of him. So
Oh, he getting worried. What he pacing for? What he pacing for? He going to get in there?
He had an interaction with Sunny that I missed, that we both missed capturing.
Yeah.
But
well,
it's because Miss Thang was right in front of us.
Yeah.
Miss Thang even distracted us.
Yeah. A great match. I feel like some people do. I don't know how to say this verbiage. I'm not trying to offend anybody. We know Sunny is they, he, she.
Oh yeah.
We know Ariana is she. Some may say this is an intergendered match. When we do have those kinds of matches, I feel like sometimes they're done well and there's no participation needed on the viewer's part. And sometimes they're done okay and the viewer kind of has to suspend belief a little bit. None of that necessary here. Everything was hard-hitting and athletic on both camps. They were letting each other have it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wow! Nice. Oh. She's still in moves now.
And it was so good, I thought.
Oh no, super fun. Absolutely, it was great. Two world-class talents, Spot from the valet, and did they finish the story? Gosh, now this is the thing. That's a phrase we say. Did you feel the backstage segments were realized or no?
So
I got confused, but confused because I was having a good time.
So there was two parts of the backstage segments. There was Hunter building heat with Snipe, and then they had their match. And I think, did Hunter cheat to win that? I felt like he got one over on Snipes. We know there was a lot of teaming up against Snipes, but I don't remember exactly how Hunter got the win over Rico or Snipes. I feel like they must have cheated at some point.
Hunter did win. I don't know if he cheated to win.
Well, he caused the backstage drama with Snipes, and he came out on top. Well, then we saw in another segment where he and Aria were talking, and he had ideas.
Yeah, and he whispered
in her ear, and then he left, and Sunny Kiss came in.
Oh, I interpreted that as he had ideas for those two to interfere in the match, but it never happened.
Yeah, so okay. I don't know what his whispering in her ear was about.
And then the Ariane Sunny Kiss segment was Ariane said, "Get out of here, Sunny Kiss," and then had the big man.
Yeah, she was like, "You're nobody. Don't bother me." And Sunny was like, "If you think I'm nobody, fight me." And she was like, "Oh, I'll do you that, Charity. I'll fight you." And that's how we got the main event. And it did end with some shenanigans. I think there was like a ref distract. And the valet did jump into the ring, but Sunny was able to counter him and hit him out. This one was extra athletic. I think it was main event worthy. Absolutely.
Super fun. It had all the lights. It had all the wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. You know, all the sound effects that were coming in. And it was great. We had a Hunter Gallagher. He came out and gave a little speech.
Yep, he got a little misty-eyed, which got Sunny misty-eyed, which
it
got...
was super cute.
Yeah, no, it was.
super
It
cute.
was.
There ain't nothing to be shy about there.
No.
And then we had it ended like an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race where everybody dances in the ring. They brought the whole cast in. They said everybody clap, and everybody clapped, and then everybody danced.
He loves these little quick. Yeah, they brought everybody out to just acknowledge that, hey, you guys were part of the first. And then it ended with like a legit dance party.
Legit dance party.
Legit.
You take a selfie with people, do whatever you want.
I mean, like, fans were getting into the ring to take their pictures and hug and dance. And meanwhile, the stage hands are like, get the fuck out the ring so we can take it apart.
They were...
Fold the chairs.
It was about... So when did it end? At 10 o'clock?
No, I think it was like 9 something.
They did have to open the dance floor for an actual nightclub use, so
yeah.
We were the pre-show. I know they were a smidge concerned about getting in.
Yeah, it started almost an hour later than the flyer originally suggested. But again, we didn't mind because party atmosphere. We weren't just sitting in, a quiet room with a bunch of nerds. We were sitting in a rambunctious room with a bunch of twerking.
Yeah, drinks. It was a good time. You get up, walk around, be silly.
It was very adult. Again, it was held at a nightclub. So I don't know. They were filming. I don't know where they're going to stream it or air it. But you'll probably catch a lot of F-bombs and ish talking from the crowd because it was a very adult show. Again, we damn near saw Kita's keyhole. It's adult. It's an adult show.
Yeah, I don't know that there was swearing, but there may be, some sassy attitude things that people say sometimes. I will say this, Ariane Andrew, I would follow her Instagram. And if you go to the Pound Town Wrestling Instagram, there's I'll hold it up for you guys. The poster, all those people, everybody's tagged in it. Mm-hmm. Everybody's tagged in this promo poster. So
there he is.
There's everything. Well, this is Snipe, right?
Yeah, that's.
He doesn't quite have a wrestling Instagram, or at least it's not here. But
Oh, maybe he's got more than one and they posted the wrong one or they tagged the wrong one.
But super fun. Always interesting to see up and coming people.
They specifically said they wanted to bring pro wrestling to West Hollywood. I don't know if that means the promotion's going to stay strictly in West Hollywood. I mean, GCW started out as a Jersey promotion and now they're everywhere. So I can't say, if they're coming to your town, go get your tickets. But I can say, if you find yourself in LA during one of their shows, it's worth the, what, $20? $20
yeah, it was good. It
was absolutely worth $20 to come and be entertained for 2 hours. I highly recommend, especially if you're a fan of the wrestling. You like music, you like dancing, it was a really, really satisfying amalgamation of all of these things. He's watching the Hunter Gallagher.
I love you, Hunter. I love you, Hunter. Oh, yes. Work. Starbucks freezer. Oh, my gosh. Customer service.
Well, there you go. Starbucks free product placement on my channel. Closing thoughts? That was it.
Oh my gosh, work in the drive-thru, yes. Work, girl. These are if you're they're all on his Instagram. This one's pinned to the top, so it's not buried nowhere. So, but Hunter Gallagher is hysterical, absolutely adorable. I'm glad. Wow, 56,000 followers. Good for him. I'm glad he's bringing something different to West Hollywood. We get a lot of the same out there. We're going through a decade of kind of the last gasp of reality. entertainment venues, you know, the Pumps and then the Abbey, and let's hope that ship has kind of sailed. And so let's do something new. Let's do something different. Look, we had it at the Roxy, which is
right up the street,
1,000 feet away from West Hollywood. Different kind of district vibe, but let's do it. Let's bring weird stuff to town.
Yeah, I really hope it works out. I hope they can do more of these and showcase more local talent and ship in people we ain't seen yet, people we don't know yet, because I love that kind of stuff too, you know.
It's a great little show with a potentially large spotlight, the intersection of Santa Monica and San Vicente in West Hollywood, and you know, who knows who could drop in. Yeah. It wouldn't have surprised me if Johnny Nitro jumped in the ring.
I mean...
But I don't think he wanted to make it about him.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Whenever there is a promotion, like at the Roxy, him and Taya showed up to that too, but they kind of tried to like sneak in through the back and sit over
Took some
here.
Pictures.
You know, so it's like, they're members of this community, but... they're not one to steal the show. Same thing with Matt Cardona. We've seen him walking into venues and stuff.
This would be a funny show for Matt Cardona to you know, stop in. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, perhaps unadvertised, if Effie, you know, just dropped in, you know.
I could see Effie being a part of this in some degree in the future. I could definitely see that. There's got to be more that we're not thinking of that have to show up. You know?
But it was a cute little show with a big spotlight, I think.
Yeah. I look forward to more. Oh, could you imagine if they booked like old Cartwheel in there and do a little dancing, a little twerking?
My imagination knows no limits.
Cartwheel's out there living life. He just graduated college. He just performed at the Triple Mania for Triple R promotion in Mexico, and now he's in Japan. He's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I think it's only a matter of time before he gets scooped up contractually, and more power to him. He's from my hometown, so I got to root for him. Love me some Cartwheel. He's amazing. He's gorgeous. He's talented. Go support him.
Super nice. Super funny.
Mm-hmm.
Nice after the shows.
Yes. Well,
that's how I judge people.
Yeah.
If you're not nice after the show.
And there's a difference between being nice before the show and after the show, when you're tired and you're beat up and you're bruised and you just want someone to buy your freaking t-shirt and you're still nice, that goes a long way. That's pretty dope. But anyway, we could go on forever. We won't. You're tired. He's tired.
I'm ready to go.
Anyway, Thursday night, Pound Town Wrestling. They're going to put it up somewhere. I don't know where. Check YouTube.
There are a couple... I was going to want to say this about Instagram. There's a couple Instagrams. There's one that's Thursday Pound Town, and then there's Pound Town Wrestling. Okay. So potentially there may be a promotional Instagram just for the ones that happen Thursday at Heart. Maybe this is going to be a regular thing. And then if there's a Pound Town Wrestling at other venues. Mm-hmm. So... check your Instagrams.
Yeah, and we did kind of hear, maybe kind of sort of through the grapevine. Yeah, you know, a little bit of rumor mill action. They may have another event coming up in January. It might be a little too early to tell, but go follow them and keep your eyes out. Maybe you'll get the know-how as soon as it comes out. But yeah. That's it. We're going to call it cuts right then and there. I'm Derek Stone. This is Marky Makeup.
Marky Makeup.
Make sure you go follow him. Do all the follows.
Check it out. YouTube, Marky Makeup. MarkyMakeup.com. Instagram, MarkyMakeup.com.
And if you're an independent wrestler who wants to do some really cool paints, but you don't know how.
This is fantastic. We should have started with this plug.
You know, there's a lot of stuff in LA. A lot of pro wrestling out here. I see you. Who's the one with the Voorhees? We see you guys when you come into town. If you need some help applying that stuff, he's a professional.
I'm probably already in your DMs.
Anyway, all right, guys, go do all the follows. Click the next video, subscribe, like, comment, all that. Bye. Woo.